The truth is brutal. The more you chase, the more you repel. The louder you explain, the less they hear. The harder you beg, the faster they walk away. Power doesn't scream. It doesn't grovel. It doesn't explain itself. Power sits in silence, and the world bends to it. Look around you. Men exhausted from trying too hard, bleeding their energy into desperate texts, endless apologies, nervous laughter. They become invisible by trying to be seen. They lose respect by demanding it. They kill attraction by begging for it. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. In silence, in composure, in presence. You radiate strength. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to prove it. You simply become the kind of man who cannot be ignored." This is the path of silent attraction. Not tricks, not games, but the inner citadel made visible, discipline, restraint, stillness. The kind of presence that draws people in without a single word. Finally stop chasing. Finally stop begging. Finally stop explaining. Stand still. Own yourself. Let the world come to you. Picture a man who was once the life of the party. He thought charm was in noise, talking louder, explaining more, making sure everyone knew he was valuable. He texted first, always. He apologized for things that didn't even need apologies. He explained his worth as if he were standing on trial. And the more he chased, the more invisible he became. Friends stopped returning calls. Women lost interest. His presence became background noise, familiar, predictable, easily dismissed. He mistook effort for attraction, but effort poured out of desperation has the opposite effect. It doesn't magnetize, it repels. One day, after another unanswered message and another humiliating silence, he broke. But instead of collapsing into despair, he stopped. He stopped chasing. He stopped begging. He stopped explaining. He deleted half the numbers in his phone and decided that his validation would no longer come from outside, but from within. At first, the silence was terrifying. He worried he would be forgotten. But then something shifted. In his restraint, he grew stronger. His words, fewer but sharper, began to carry weight. His silence unnerved people. They leaned in closer, hungry to know what he was thinking. His presence, once desperate, became magnetic. What changed? Nothing on the outside. He didn't dress differently. He didn't suddenly become wealthier. What changed was his posture toward the world. He no longer sought approval. He no longer explained himself. He let silence and discipline do the talking. And the world responded. That man could be anyone. It could be you. The world teaches you to seek attention. Advertisements scream, social media rewards constant noise, and people are told that visibility equals value. But the Stoics knew the opposite. True power is silent. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." He wasn't telling you to prove yourself with words. He was commanding you to live in such a way that your presence alone carried weight. Attraction, whether in leadership, relationships, or respect, is not manufactured through begging or explaining. It is earned through restraint, mastery, and presence. Epictetus taught, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." The lesson is brutal but liberating. People trust action, not words. When you move through the world with calm discipline, others feel it. They lean in without you chasing. Why does silence attract? Because silence signals control. In a society addicted to noise, the man who does not need to speak, defend, or apologize radiates something rare: self-possession. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." The man who resists the urge to beg, chase, or explain is free. Free from dependence on others' validation. Free from the slavery of approval. That freedom is magnetic. Stoicism's core is simple. Focus only on what you can control and release what you cannot. Chasing, begging, and explaining are desperate grabs for control over others' perception. But you can never force someone to desire you, respect you, or validate you. You only control your actions, your discipline, your character. By anchoring yourself there, you transform. Imagine two men. One constantly chases. He texts 10 times, explains why he's worthy, tries to buy approval. The other man says little, stays steady, and keeps moving forward with purpose. Who do people turn their heads toward? Always the second. The first man leaks energy. The second contains it. Energy contained is power. This is the heart of Stoicism applied to attraction and influence. The refusal to give away your energy by chasing what isn't yours. You do not need to convince. You do not need to beg. You do not need to explain. You live with discipline. You move with silence. And that silence becomes a gravity that pulls others toward you. In the end, the Stoic secret is not about manipulating others. It is about mastering yourself. As Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If your thoughts are disciplined, your actions will be sharp, your presence will be undeniable, and attraction will come, not because you begged, but because you became magnetic without trying. Stop chasing, stop begging, stop explaining. You want to become silently attractive? Then you must build yourself into a fortress of presence and restraint. Here are 7 Stoic tactics that turn philosophy into raw power. 1. Speak less. Mean more. Every unnecessary word bleeds power. Train yourself to cut the fluff. Speak only when it adds value. In meetings, in relationships, even in conflict. Pause before responding. Your silence makes others lean in. It forces weight into the words you finally choose. 2. Master your body language. The Stoics understood posture reflects mind. Stand tall, still, deliberate. Do not fidget. Do not shrink. When Marcus Aurelius faced senators and generals, his calm bearing commanded loyalty before he spoke a word. Embody that. People read your presence before they hear your voice. 3. Control emotional leakage. Do not let your face broadcast desperation. Do not overshare. Epictetus warned, control your passions lest they control you. If someone ignores you, do not chase. If someone insults you, do not react. The one who does not flinch holds the power. 4. Build relentless discipline. Wake early. Train your body. Sharpen your mind. Success is built in private. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Routine kills anxiety, and discipline becomes visible in your aura. People are drawn to those who master themselves. 5. Detach from validation. Stop craving likes, approval, applause. The more you need, the weaker you appear. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Rewire this. Stand free of applause, and paradoxically, respect will follow. 6. Turn pain into power. Everyone suffers. The weak complain. The Stoic alchemizes. Lost a job. Train harder. Learn faster. Rejected. Grow sharper. Richer. More formidable. The man who channels hardship into fuel radiates a dangerous magnetism because people sense he cannot be broken. 7. Carry purpose, not neediness. A man with no mission becomes a beggar for attention. A man with a mission draws the world to him. Define your duty. Whether it's building a business, raising your family, or mastering a craft, live for something beyond validation. That fire will do the attracting. These are not gimmicks. They are war tactics for the soul. You don't beg, you don't chase, you don't explain. You stand still while the world moves around you, and in that stillness you become magnetic. Silent. Unshakable. Attractive without trying. Attraction is not a trick. It's not a line, a tactic, or some mask you wear. Attraction is the natural gravity of a man who has forged himself into something solid. When you stop begging for attention, when you no longer explain your worth, when you carry your silence like a weapon, people feel it before you enter the room. This is why the Stoics remain immortal. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, did not need to shout to be obeyed. Seneca, counselor to power, knew the most dangerous man in the room is the one who doesn't flinch. Epictetus, Once a slave, proved freedom is not granted. It is claimed in the fortress of the mind. They each live the truth. Power is presence, not performance. So here is the challenge. Stop proving yourself. Stop chasing shadows. Build discipline. Stand in silence. Carry your purpose. And watch as the world begins to lean toward you, unable to resist the gravity of a man who cannot be moved. This is your call to rise into your own inner citadel. If these words strike something deep, don't let it pass. Subscribe to Timeless Stoic Mind, where ancient fire is reforged into modern power. Like this video, share it with those who need it, and leave your mark in the comments. Stand firm, speak little, need nothing, and become silently unstoppable.